Akshay Bhatia joins me now from North Carolina. Thank you for your time, Akshay, and congratulations on the win last month. Now, golf is a very fickle sport, and wins sort of take some earning. And winning your first big senior level tournament, did it make you reflect on the journey to get here? Or did you actually behave like a 19-year-old and just let loose?
Yeah, I think the journey's been a big part of, leading up to that win. And I struggled for a long time, but I also was playing against the best players in the world. So as much as I wanted to be on the PGA Tour, I had 2 or 3 or 4 opportunities last season on the tour. It just wasn't my time yet, and I still needed to keep learning and going through this long process, but I've enjoyed it. And this is my first, real Korn Ferry Tour event that I teed it up in, and to be able to win was amazing. Just to get off to a great start for the year. Obviously playing against really good players too, a lot of past PGA Tour winners and guys who have been on the Korn Ferry Tour for a long time. So it's been great, and it was super, super cool to be able to be one of the youngest players to win on that tour.
Okay, Akshay, you have an Indian heritage. Now, over here in India, the focus is on academics till you sort of get a professional degree. How did your family react when you told them that you wanted to skip college and turn professional?
Yeah, so I've said before, what I've learned from my parents is to be very family oriented. And so it wasn't just my decision to turn pro. It was a family discussion that came about just because in junior golf I was ahead of the game. In amateur golf I was ahead of the game. I did a lot of things that some junior golfers and amateur golfers never did. So for me, turning pro was me getting my master's degree on the golf course. And we talk about it all the time of playing 3-4 years on the PGA Tour, Korn Ferry, or mini tour events. That's my college. And so my mom, she wanted me to go to school, and education's super important. But for me, it was just a little different because I was ahead of the pack a little bit. So I was ready to do it. And they supported me, this whole time, and it's led up to this. So it's something I never will regret. And later on, if I want to and I have time, I could always go back to school and get a degree. So.
Okay, the PGA Tour, Akshay, is a very hard place, a very competitive place as well. Now, you felt it in your limited appearances over the last 3 seasons. How has your game evolved since you played your first event? And what do you think do you need to work on consistently to challenge at that level?
Yeah, it has changed a dramatic amount. When I turned pro, I didn't know what to expect, I think. I thought it would be a little easier than it was, but it wasn't. Playing against guys who've done it for a long time versus I was beating up on a lot of kids that I saw every day, and seeing new faces, some of the best players in the world, playing on some of the biggest stages, better golf courses. So I had to learn a lot. First of all, the prep work. A lot of people talk about trying not to be out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday during the practice rounds. Try not to be there that long because it really catches up to you Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I've learned a lot about preparation. I've learned a lot about my golf swing, what works for me, what shots I need, what I need to improve. And I've built a pretty good schedule as far as my practice. I think the biggest thing I need to work on is I need to play more. And now having a set schedule on this Korn Ferry Tour gives me the opportunity to play more, set a schedule, see what works for me as far as how many weeks I want to play and how many weeks I need to have off. I talked to Darren Clark about that last week in Bahamas. He lives there. And he gave me some good advice about what Tiger did, what he did, and you just got to really figure that out. But it was hard having limited starts on the PGA Tour to get into a rhythm. And now once we kind of get through this international stretch, I should be able to find that rhythm and find what works for me.
Okay, there aren't too many players who play left-handed at the top level. I'm reminded of Phil Mickelson or Bubba Watson. But you've interacted a lot with arguably the greatest left-handed player of our times, Phil Mickelson. How has that helped you, Akshay?
Yeah, it's a dream. It's really a dream to be able to spend time with him, to talk to him, text him, play practice runs with. He's been really gracious with his time. He's helped me a lot in practice rounds, and he has a lot of belief in me. I think he maybe sees a little bit of himself in me. He did a lot of great things in college, obviously winning as an amateur. He's, I think, the last person to do that on the PGA Tour. But it's really amazing to have a mentor like that. He's won so many times. He won a major last year, so he knows what feelings you get at the biggest stage. And anytime I need to talk to him or text him, he'll always respond. So I'm super grateful for the friendship and the mentorship that he's provided for me, and I'm excited to hopefully see him on tour in the near future.
You know, Akshay, how cool is it to say that I am being mentored by none other than Phil Mickelson? Because, you know, sport at the highest level is also about inspiring others. And as things stand, the PGA Tour is sort of the promised land when it comes to Indian golf, with just Anirban Lahiri playing on a weekly basis. We have seen a tremendous rise in the number of South Korean players on the PGA Tour. Do you think that having a Bhatia and a Lahiri playing regularly will eventually lead to a lot more belief in the Indian golf fraternity?
Yeah, for sure. I think that, you know, Indian junior golfers, and, you know, I think it'll eventually click. Just once everyone has that opportunity. It's definitely not easy, but that's my goal. Is I want to build a foundation. That's the number one thing, that when I turn pro, is I want to build a foundation for kids who are less fortunate to be able to play this great game and love this game. And I'm hoping one day I can make that happen, especially in India and kids who are less fortunate in the States. But I really want to see this game grow internationally a lot more, and that's kind of my goal. And hopefully I can help out any way I can.
Yes, we wish you the best, Akshay, for that. Hopefully your foundation grows and you are able to inspire more and more youngsters to take up sport and become sensations like you have. Thank you for your time. We hope to see you soon, making your mark on the PGA Tour as well.